What's going on, everybody? This is Lawrence Diab. This is when spirituality and the game combines. We have the thinking class. We are live right now. I'm actually in location. Let me put my banners up right quick. Yeah. Uh, Here we are. With this banner? This banner. This banner. Here we go. Salute to everyone. I know you're listening to me. Shoot, it's a train going by me. So you might hear some noise in the background. I'm trying to get my little filter on there, pop filter. But today we are talking about the game can save your life. Let me say that again. The game can save your life. If you're listening to me, I know we're running a slightly behind. I will get on camera in a second. Let me get my microphone corrected, put it together. And here we go. So when the game can save your life, let's get it going, crack a lacking. I know we're a little late getting started, but I want to get this going. 1 second. Woo. All right. Comment. There we go. There we go. One, two, three. There we go. Ooh. Let's see how this goes. One, two, camera. There we go. So the game can save your life. So let's get it going. I'm going to start off by saying this. And those who don't use the game, those who ignore the game, normally get played by the game. No matter what station that you are in life and where you are at, there's always a game being played. Let me say that again. No matter what station that you are in life, I don't care whether you're in ministry, I don't care if you're in business, I don't care if you're in family. The thing of it is there's a level of game that's being played. What do I mean by that? There's a level of a dance going on between you and another individual. So when we look at game, we're talking about just human nature and your ability to interact with someone else. That's what game is understanding the female nature, masculine nature, and how individuals correlate or act or move together with each other. And so what happens is this: we get into the place where we don't believe that people play games. I don't care what level that you're on or where you at. On some level, people are going to play the game. That's right. On some level, on some way, people are going to play the game. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing because it might not get you there. Let's see here. Here, check this. Because I don't see anybody populating in here. Let's see here and see what's going on. StreamYard. Yep. Okay, we're in the right place. I hit the right one. So when I say it can save your life, that means it can save not just your literal life, but it can save you a lot of headache and it save you a lot of time. One of the most powerful things I learned in playing the game or using the game is to watch how people react when the game is being used. So let me say that again. One of the biggest things I learned and seen is how people react or respond when the game is being used. Now, this is something. Let me see where everyone is because I don't see anybody in here. Let's go on. But I'm gonna keep talking, and not I'm gonna cut the video. I can always come back. So, the game, when it is used correctly, can save your life. And we can look at game interchangeably between wisdom. That's right. We can look at game as interchangeably between wisdom, your ability and knowledge, wisdom, knowledge. So it's imperative. Somebody sent me something. It's imperative that you realize that the game can save your life. If you do not know how to play the game, you can lose money. Right now, we have something going on in the United States. We have a political game going on where people are playing the political game so that they can win. Let me say it again. People are playing the political game so that they can win. Why are they playing the political game? Because at the end of the day, they want to get a certain results with certain constituents. So there's always the game being played. If you do not understand this, you will fall for it every single time. And I think what happens is game can be used also to understand that it's logic. That's right. the ability to use logic. You're able to logically think about what you need to do. So that's why it's so important to play the game. I remember one older guy saying on the podcast that he doesn't make any decisions when he's emotionally charged or when he's emotional about it, but he actually makes decisions when he's able to think clearly, because if not, he'll end up making a mistake. Let me say it again. He's able to make a decisions in what he needs to do when he's able to. Let me see what's going on, because I know we should have had people coming on by now, and I might end this one and bring it back up. So, this is interesting. Maybe no notice one now. So I don't want to be going on. I love the interaction with the people. There it is. There it is there. Hmm. Interesting. I'ma still go. So what he did was he made sure that he didn't make a decision when he was emotionally charged. And so what happened is he waited till his emotions were in check, and then he made his move. What happens is he did that so that he didn't cloud his judgment. Well, I put the loudest place to go. So he wouldn't cloud his judgments on what he should and should not do. And what happens is I think a lot of us do that when it comes to the game. So when I talk about game, I want you to understand how it can save your life. It can save your life by saving you time, dealing with certain people. It can also save you from when you are in a place when you don't know what to do. So it's imperative that you understand that the game can save your life. It can save your life. I can think of a time where I had to use the game because I seen some individuals in the work setting who were trying to do something that wasn't right, and they were trying to include me in it. So what I had to do is make sure I played the game correctly and act like I did not know what they were talking about or what they were doing. But what I was able to do was plant a seed in them and say A, B, C, D, F, G, and watch if the information came back to me. Why did I do that? I had to play the game correctly to see who I can trust and who I could not trust. And I think a lot of times when it comes to this, a lot of people don't understand what I just did. I sure I was strategic in what I did, as far as what planting that seed in that particular individual to see what he was going to do and what he was going to say, or if the information was going to come back. But what I also did was I wanted to know what what would be the outcome. So I learned an awesome lesson that day, which I've done all the time. You need to test individuals. That's part of the game. Some of us are so trusting of everyone that we never put the other person through the what? Through the fire to see if they can be trusted. Because the only thing that you have is your word. If you do not have your word, guess what you have? You have nothing. So the game is very important. The other thing that's very important is this. Is your ability to what? Not only know the game, but actually, we talked about this before, even execute the game. When you're able to execute the game and actually put it in play and test it out, it makes you more valuable than what you think. I can't tell you how many times that by me testing, like I just gave the example, how it helped me move to the next level. The next thing why it can save your life is because it can be a life or death situation where you need to think. And if you don't have a strategy, you will not get out of there. Let me say that again. If you do not have a strategy, you will not get out of that situation. Let me say that again. You got to have a strategy. You're going to need a strategy to get out of that situation. And what happens is that strategy will save you from headache. It will save you from dealing with certain people, and it will save you from what you're doing. That's why it's important to understand that game can save your life. It helps you. It helps you relieve certain downfalls and things that you're doing. Why? Because it frees you from what? Making a mistake. The other thing why game can save your life, because you can glean from other people's decisions and what they're done did right and what they did wrong. Let me say that again. Sometimes you what you can do is while the game can save your life, it can help you um, um, not make the mistakes and make the same things, not the same mistakes and the same disappointments that other have. Because why? You listen to somebody else who knows the game. One of the things I make sure I do, those who are wiser than me, who's been on this earth longer than me, I'm able to sit back and listen to what they have to say and then reason it myself. Does this make sense? And there I know it all. If you are a know-it-all, the game ain't for you. If you are a know-it-all, the game is not for you. I don't care what they say. If you are a know-it-all and you think you got it all together, the game is not for you. It does not. But you should not be handling it at all. The game is only for those who what? Why it can save your life is when because you are a student of life. If you are a know-it-all, no one can tell you anything. You think you know more than others. The worst thing you can do is think that the game is going to save your life. And you got not only that, you got to be open to realize that there are people who do know more than you, and that who can save you time, energy, and money because they know the game or they know an aspect of the game that you do not. Do you understand how many times I go and listen to other people, other podcasts, other older people, and I sit back and I glean the wisdom from them? Why? Because they see things I don't have an experience in. I can't explain how many times I did that. Sit back, thought about what was going on. And what I did was I gleaned from what other people have did, their mistakes, their failures, their success, so that I don't get into the same pitfalls. I'm telling you, that's why that's why the game can save your life. It can do what? It can save your life. How does it save your life? It's because you're able to what? Listen to others who know more than you. Let me say that's big, and we're in the space that we're in. A lot of people don't take time to listen to others on how it can save them from the steps and what they're doing in the future. He was an older guy. His name was actually Mr. Cheeks, and I was working in a particular job, and he would offer, uh, we would work together. He would show me how to mop the floor, how to clean, how to do my time sheet, how to do. What I was learning was how to follow directions so that I can be a leader. So what I was doing is I was learning to follow directions, follow his lead, how to do things, and glean from his experience. So it saved my life. Let me say that again. I was able to what? Save my life because I was able to listen to Mr. Cheeks and actually get the information and move on to the next thing. In the current job that I'm in now, I did the same thing. I gleaned from the information from the older guys so that what? Some of the things that they know by tried and true experience and hands-on experience, it saved me what? All I did was call them. What do you think about this? What about that? And guess what happened? It enabled me to fast forward past where I'm at now. Same thing happens in the PI game. No, I don't care what they say. No pimp comes out and just knowing how to pimp, knowing how to deal with a female, knowing how to deal with know how to deal with a particular nature. What he does, he sits with an older man, and he teaches him, teach the younger man, once he realized that what he can handle it, how to deal in this but that particular arena. And so they would go to a diner, or the younger guys would go to the house, and what they would do is they would sit there and get the information from the guy. And I think what happens is why a lot of times why we're not winning is because we refuse to get the information from the people around us. We're in a place where we have an abundance of knowledge, information out there, but we have a lack of people willing to sit down and to learn anything. Let me say that again. We have an abundance of knowledge, but we have a lack of people who are willing to sit down and get information and learn from someone. You have abundance of knowledge. People know a lot of things out here. And that is the reason why their lives, literally or figuratively, has not been saved by the game. We need to tap into the wisdom of those that are older than us, those who know more than us, those who have went through some things that can tell us something. We need to tap into their stories because their stories give a clue of the present, but also in the future. So let me go to the next point. The next point is how the game can save your life. Is the game can save your life when you decide that you're not going to be played by the game, but that you are going to play the game. Let me say that again. The game can save your life when you decide that you're not going to be played by the game, but that the game is going to what? Save your not that you're going to play the game. And I think a lot of times why it does not work for a lot of people is because they refuse to get in the arena and play the game. Let me say that again. They refuse to get into the arena and actually play the game. And they wonder why their life is not working. And we hear this constantly saying on these YouTube streets for men and women, I don't want to play the game. I'm not here for playing no games. But yet and still, those who say they don't want to play the games are the ones who either played the game in the past or who still are playing the game in the past. Good. How you doing? Doing good.
Still a little hot in the sun, isn't
Yep, still is. Yep.
it? Filming something?
Oh yeah. I'm live streaming onto YouTube and Facebook.
As people come up, you can.
No, it's face. The camera's going this
it's on
way.
you.
Yeah. It's just a perfect setting, greenery. So
Are you talking to somebody?
yeah. Well, right now, no one's came in, but I normally have people come in every Friday and I talk and have a conversation with them.
Is that called social media?
It's social media. Yep.
And what kind of device is that?
Just a regular iPhone.
A regular iPhone?
Yep. Do it right from the iPhone.
Does it come with the social media?
Nah, you gotta put the apps on there, and that's what I did. So I have the microphone, and whoop, go right in.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I'm so clumsy with it.
It's a cinch.
That's a flip phone.
Oh yeah, you're still in the flip phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll never be able to do this. Yeah, so this goes right onto YouTube and to Facebook.
That goes right to YouTube?
Facebook right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm recording live right now there. So it's streaming live, and then it'll save the recording, and people can watch it later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it very expensive? Not the cost of the phone, but the monthly service?
Well, the service that I use is they have a free version and then they have a paid version. So the free version is.
That blows my mind. In a single day, I'll go into a store and there's somebody selling AT&T and they want like $55 a month for some kind of basic service.
Yeah,
An
strange.
hour later, I'll go into a supermarket and there's some guy sitting out front and says, if you show me your Social Security award letter,
Yeah.
you get it for free. I'll give you this phone for free.
Right.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah, well, I'm paying for internet service. That's what it is. It's internet service. So that's $55 for internet service. So that's what it is. You probably with that other phone that's free, you're going to pay for just basic. I'm not sure what you can be able to do on that phone.
I couldn't figure it out either.
Right, but on what
the phone was free, but I don't know how the service works.
Yeah, the service part is going to be very basic and it's going to be slow, so you probably have nothing going on with it.
See, that's interesting. Thanks
Yeah.
for talking.
No problem. No problem. No problem. So back to what I was saying. That's why it's imperative that you listen and digest what other people are doing. Right there, I just dropped some game. Just gave him some game on what he needs to do and how he needs to do as far as with his phone service. You never know. This the thing. Sometimes what we lose in life, let me say this, how the game can save your life. Some of us too selfish and we want to hold the game of what we know to ourselves instead of giving it out to others. What happens is that limit us to just our space. That man will never forget me. Why? Because I gave out of myself and what I knew. I wasn't rude. I wasn't, trying not to, leave me alone. No, what I did was just give them the information that was there and moved on. Back to what I'm saying. The game can save your life because either you're in the game or you get played by the game. Let me say that again. Either you're in the game or you get played by the game. And I think what happens is a lot of people, why don't save their life? Because they're in denial that the game is even taking place. A lot of people are in denial because they don't even know that the game is even being played. And those who understand the game, who will play the game, want you to be ignorant of it so that they can take advantage of you. It's interesting when I hear women say, I don't want to play no games. But they're the first ones to be playing the game with you. The thing is, they don't want you to play the game with them, but they want to control the narrative when they play their game. Let me say that again. They don't want you to play the game with them, but they are more what? They want to make sure that you don't play the game on them. See how that works? See how that game? See how that's fair? They don't want you to play the game on them. So who's really winning when it comes to the game? I watched it too many times. Like when I see it on a dating app or on social media, I don't want to play no games no more. I ain't playing games no more. You know right there. You're on some level. You're going to what? Play the game. You know it. Well, this is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm not going to hold it long. I don't know what's going on with my live stream. But with that being said, I am out.